Kia ora, my name is Marcus Hughes and I am the team leader of the Year 5 and 6 team, the Weka team from Automoto Primary, and I declare that this assignment is my own work.
Hi, I'm Annabelle Yeoman and I declare that this assignment is my own work.
Hi, I'm Kendall Reeve and I declare that this assignment is my own work. We know collaboration between whānau and school is of the utmost importance. Our goal is to use Seesaw effectively to promote a higher level of communication and collaboration between home and school and home and students. This diagram highlights the partnership between students and teacher and the parent, family and whānau.
The importance of effectively engaging with parents, whānau and the community is widely recognised. However, there are often significant challenges in achieving this. This means that schools and teachers in particular often need to find creative and flexible approaches to engaging with them if they are to effect change.
What is Seesaw? Seesaw is a digital profile that is student-driven, where they place work from various curriculum areas so parents can access their children's work in real time. Students can upload photos, videos, drawings. Seesaw is perfect for those parents with busy schedules who struggle to get into the classroom. This encourages those parents to be actively involved in the learning process.
Our goal of enhancing homeschool digital collaboration and communication using Seesaw for writing, the reason we chose this goal is it linked to the Automoto Primary Strategic Plan. We've undertaken professional development in teaching, writing and student agency. It will help develop key competencies and 21st century skills for our ākonga, and we want to create consistency across our Weka team. Finally, we want to encourage stronger relationships between school, family and whānau.
This diagram represents a positive relationship between home, school and the learner. The teacher and whānau need to work together and collaborate to get the best outcomes for the students. Our motto is work together, learn together, mahi tahi, ako tahi.
These are our own views that we have critically reflected on our own practice.
Together we wanted to start our action plan for our innovation that we will talk about soon. With getting some feedback from our main stakeholders, we came up with a Google Form survey that we issued to other teachers in our syndicate, our students and families. These were the questions asked.
Over 3/4 of our families are signed up to Seesaw. 100% of our teachers say that some parents comment on the students' writing. Most students have freedom to post their writing on Seesaw. All teachers agree that parent feedback and feed-forward is important, whether it be written or verbal. It is the discussions that take place between the child and the parent that are important to the teachers. All teachers strongly agree that consistency is needed across the Weka team of how students share their writing with home.
90% of parents enjoy viewing their children's work. Over 90% of parents view their child's writing with them. All parents discuss the child's writing with them at some point. Most parents said that they don't find it difficult to give feedback and feed forward. However, most parents have answered that they need assistance from teachers to give their children effective feedback and feed forward.
Most students enjoy using Seesaw. Over half of the students discuss their writing with their family. Over half of the students say their parents comment on their writing. Nearly 60% of the students like it when their parents comment on their work. Over half of the students think it would be helpful if their parents gave them written feedback and feed forward.
Here is a Year 6 student in our syndicate sharing his understanding of communication and collaboration between his parents and his writing using Seesaw.
Do you look at your writing on Seesaw with your parents?
Yes, I do.
Do you think your writing would improve if your parents gave you feedback like your teachers do?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because sometimes it's easier understanding your parents than the teachers.
Ooh. Do you think it is important to discuss your writing after your parents have seen your work on Seesaw?
Yes, because then they understand what you're writing about, what your goals were, and all that.
How do you think you know that you have a successful piece of writing?
When you've ticked off all your success criteria.
If you have achieved everything on success criteria, what do you think you need to do next?
Go back to the back or the front of your book and check your goals.
As a school, we have identified 8 goals to focus on for 2019. The 3 goals listed directly relate to homeschool, digital collaboration, and communication.
Our first key competency is thinking. As the New Zealand curriculum states, we want our children to be using creative, critical, and metacognitive processes to make sense of information, experiences, and ideas. We also want them to reflect on their own learning, draw on personal knowledge and intuitions, and ask questions about their learning. The second key competency is participating and contributing. It is important to have family and school collaboration using Seesaw, which can be drawn together for the purposes of celebrating learning. Students who participate in new communities have the confidence to participate in new contexts.
Jones 2015 highlights the fact that many teachers today have the potential to harness the collaboration with technology and learning. It is important to highlight the process that creates and encourages true collaboration. Jacobson Lindeberg 2016 talks about how communication is one of the most important 21st century skills. Without communication, it is difficult to achieve the skills of critical thinking, problem solving, stress management, and risk taking. Communication also helps form relationships.
We need to decide what digital platform would best suit our students' and parents' needs. After researching different digital and collaborative innovations, we have selected 3 to compare and contrast. Most teachers this year have used all 3 platforms for sharing and communicating with parents. We didn't want to bombard our teachers and parents with any new applications.
We have identified a variety of digital and collaborative learning innovations that could potentially improve our identified home and school communication and writing. Unlike Class Dojo and Google Docs, Seesaw is the best option that works for the Weka Syndicate. This is important because students are able to video their posts and articulate their learning orally.
Weka Syndicate has 6 classrooms. In 2019, we have 3 new teachers joining the syndicate. 2 of these teachers have never used Seesaw before. For this innovation to work, there not only has to be consistency in classrooms, but across the whole team. We all need to be on the same page, which will provide a seamless transition for students moving classrooms and for parents who will be viewing students' work.
Our action plan. The first part of our action plan involves making sure every student has a writing goal sheet glued into the front of their books. This will inform the teacher's planning of writing, and students will be able to identify their next steps. We intend to send the goal sheet out on Seesaw to parents so they know what is expected in advance.
The teacher will then collaborate and write examples together that relate to the students' writing goals. Students will then be able to annotate what the teachers have written and identify what aspects of the teacher's writing made it successful.
From this, the class will collaboratively form a success criteria. This success criteria will be checked by themselves and appear during the crafting of the writing and also at the end of the writing.
The next stage of the action plan is for students to plan their own work using graphic organisers and applications such as Coggle.
During the next stage of our action plan, students draft their writing using their plan and recraft their work, checking it against the co-constructed success criteria.
After the individual and the peer has checked the success criteria, the student will receive feedback and feed-forward from the teacher. Effective feedback and feed-forward given by the teacher and peers has to link to the success criteria and should inform next steps and encourage reflection. The stamp in our picture is what we have been using for last term for feedback and feed-forward. It highlights 2 badges, which are for positives, and the backpack, which symbolises the mission or the feed-forward for next steps. These will relate to either the success criteria or to the goal sheet.
During each stage of the writing process, the students will seesaw and explain their learning to those at home. This will encourage communication and collaboration, showcasing the process they are undertaking and the progress that they are making in their writing in real time.
67% of parents identified that they need assistance giving effective feedback and feed-forward to their children. Collaboratively, in 2019, WECA teachers will create a helpful rubrics to give to parents to encourage either oral or written feedback and feed-forward.
The final stage of our action plan will see children sharing feedback and feed-forward that they received with partners, small groups, and the whole class. Teachers will need to set aside time for this to ensure that the feedback and feed-forward given from both home and school is purposeful and meaningful.
And here are our APA references.